Good Thursday afternoon. This is Michael Mitchell with Madison County Weather Updates. I want to give you an update on our winter storm. Winter storm watches are now covering the vast majority of the state of Indiana. They'll likely become winter storm warnings, at least for central and southern Indiana, either overnight tonight or most likely tomorrow. A lot of times they'll wait till they get to about 24 hours out from a storm before they issue the warning. But there are some warnings out to our southwest already today. So we'll see. But we're likely, in my opinion, here in central Indiana to go under a winter storm warning by tomorrow. So I'm going to kind of go opposite of what I normally do. I'm going to show you my forecast first, and then I'm going to show you what the model data is doing. So here's my forecast across the region, and don't pay too much attention to the outlying things like, the lighter snow up here in northern Illinois, or, even what's going on down here in the Tennessee, southern Kentucky area. The main things down there is this kind of dark circled area. There is a pretty high risk of a major ice storm occurring down in that area. And so hopefully not, but right now that's the way things look. I do think there's a chance this low might try to hook to the northeast more before it transfers energy out. If that happens, that could do two things. One, it could reduce the ice risk down south, but it also could increase the heavy snow risk here. So we have seen that happen before, and so I'll keep that in mind. But right now, I'm going to go with the way things look at the moment. But do know that this storm may actually start to take some sort of a hook more like this, in which case, heavier snow would also arc more, like this and affect central Indiana and western parts of Ohio more than what's currently indicated. So right now I'm going with across our region here in central Indiana with a general 5 to 9 inches of snow. But localized higher amounts are possible. I've kind of been watching the way the pressure is moving in. Some of my concern why I was kind of going a little lighter was that if the Arctic high pressure got in here a little faster, a lot of times those have a habit of drying the QPF up a little bit, and so that affects your overall snow amount. But this high pressure actually isn't coming in as fast as really right now only the GFS seems to think, and I'll show you that in a minute. But I wanted to show you my forecast first. Southern Indiana, I think right now, I think from maybe Bloomington and Columbus and south is probably the greatest risk to go over 10 inches. And again, if a storm hooks a little bit, that could change. So I'm going to start off with the total snowfall for the GFS. It's the least aggressive across our area because it's got the heaviest snow swath. Farther to the south, it's more flattened out. And so in our region, it's still got us picking up, maybe 5 inches in northwestern Madison County, up to 7 inches. So still a 5 to 7 inch snowfall. And so, I mean, still not bad, but it's more suppressed than everything else. So I wanted to show you this first, and I want to show you why this is more suppressed. So when we look at the GFS on a national view, and we see this high pressure dropping down out of Canada, and right here at the northern border, at around this time, it's got 1048 millibar high, all the way down to the our northern border with a 1040 millibar, all the way down into central South Dakota. So it's really aggressive with the plunge of Arctic air in this. It's too high with that pressure by a decent amount. It's too high with the pressures across this region. So that's why it's tending to suppress this more than the other data is. When we take a look here at the College of DuPage, you're not really going to be able to see this because most of you are watching on your phone. But up here at the northern border, the 1040 is just now reaching the northern border. And when you go back and look at the GFS, it's got 1048 at the northern border. So it's 8 millibars too strong with this Arctic high pressure for where it is right now. So if you back this off, this 1040 right here should be back here. You could almost move everything that the GFS is projecting back probably at least half a state. So that would bring everything, where all of Indiana pretty much is getting winter storm level snowfall. So that's why the GFS is so suppressed. I just wanted to show you that and to understand why it's coming up so different than everything else. So the first model I'm going to show you, I have to do this on a regional view because that's the best that's available on Pivotal Weather. But it's the high resolution Canadian. It is the closest to where all the pressures and where everything is right now. And it's got a general, I mean, almost the entire state, northwestern Indiana at 6 inches and, all the way down to 10 inches down closer to, Madison, Indiana. So it's got a broader shield of moderate to heavy snow and pretty much would give the entire state anywhere between 6 and 10 inches of snow. So that's the model that's the closest to everything, to what's going on right now. So, that's hard not to put some weight into that. I do think it's too aggressive up here in the northwestern part, but I could be wrong. I mean, I just absolutely could be wrong, but I do think it's too aggressive up here, and that's reflected again in what my forecast was. As we go back here to my forecast, I'm lighter up here because I just think that's too aggressive in the northwestern part of the state. Still 3 to 5 inches up there. Still good snow. Actually, up here close to the lakes is always a wild card if the wind manages to kick around and kick up some lake effect snow. But so that's what the Canadian has. As we move into a state view, here's what the European has. Widespread, again, 6 inches, 6 inches northwest. But then by the time you get to Lafayette, we're at 10 inches. Madison County, somewhere around a foot. Up to 15, 16 inches down around Louisville. I think this is too aggressive, but I just want to show you kind of what all the data is doing versus my forecast. Here's the 18Z NAM model, NAM. It's very aggressive as well, not as aggressive as the European though, but it does bring about a foot of snow just south of the I-70 corridor down through like Bloomington, Columbus, even Indianapolis. Has Madison County picking up about 11 to 12 inches. So it's still pretty aggressive as well, as is the RRFS. I mean, it puts in the heaviest snow band across our area. So you can see there's still a lot of discrepancy. The models are all still very aggressive. So what I want you to keep in mind is I'm going with my gut on what I think is going to happen, but literally all the data, except for the GFS, is more aggressive than what I've got on here. I may have to change this. But the main thing you need to take out of this is not to get too hung up in the numbers exactly. It's still 48 hours out from the onset of this, but it's just to know that a high impact winter storm is looking very likely. We've gotten within 24 hours before and something looked really likely, and all of a sudden a secondary mid-level low pressure develops, helps pump some warm air farther north and messes the whole thing up. So nothing is a lock, no matter what any data says, no matter what my forecast is, no matter what anybody's forecast is. Nothing is a lock yet, but this is looking like a very solid winter storm chance here. So I will update you tomorrow. Pardon me. Walked through a construction site today, and the dust has had my nose messed up. So, at any rate, I just want to give you, this is my forecast right now. We'll see how things look tomorrow, but right now, this is looking very much on track to deliver a major impact right through the central Indiana corridor, and Madison County being part of the high impact area. I still think southern Indiana is the highest impact. So that's all I got for now. This is Micah Mitchell with Madison County Weather Updates. As always, if you support this page, if you sponsor this page, thank you so much. And if you don't do so but can, look at the pinned post at the top of the Facebook page and at the top of the X page, and it has all the information on how you can donate or subscribe to the page. So I will update you tomorrow or if anything else changes.